listening to what you saying.
You cutting me off.
Yeah.
Cause I'm gonna tell you the true word. I'm gonna do what the true word say, sir.
Matthew 15:24.
No, you didn't put me on camera.
No, Matthew 15:24.
No,
Matthew 15:24.
You don't want to listen? Yeah. I'm not gonna tell you. You don't want to listen to what I got to say?
Why me? I'm just trying to do the right thing. Got me feeling like Spike Lee. Kicking demons like Tai Chi. Handle haters like Kyrie. Never took God lightly. I pray that he order my steps. Cause I just want to walk wisely. Got brothers like Isley. But we ain't doing no singing. We battling demons. We cutting off heathens. We cry loud in every season. I'ma shine like a beacon. I promise I won't be defeated. When these little niggas get to cooning, boy, I feel like Huey Freeman. Yeah. Uncle Ruckus better bag back.
And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage.
So the Bible said we shall discontinue from our heritage
that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in a land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger.
That's right.
Which shall burn forever.
So we kindled the fire in the Most High God anger. Because we worship other gods instead of worshiping the Most High God. Let's get that in our Exodus. No, yeah, Exodus chapter 20. Start at verse 1.
20 and 1?
Yeah.
Exodus 20 and verse 1. And God spoke all these words, saying, I am the Most High thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the hand of bondage, house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
So he said, thou shalt have no other gods before me. Now look in our community. We go in most of these black churches. What they got up on their walls? Do they have the image that we just read in the Bible, or they have another image? They have another image. That means they worshiping him.
Then also in households too.
Yeah, in the households too. We go in the black neighborhood, you see Muslims everywhere. We ain't Muslims. That's Ishmael. That's not your heritage. Buddha. Anything that you worshiping that is not the Most High God of this Bible, that's how we made God jealous that was Bible prophecy. Give me Deuteronomy 28:64. Deuteronomy 28:64. So, go ahead. Yeah, there was. See, they got their fringes on. See, we got our fringes on. You know what this is? She got her fringes. Brother my young son got his fringes. They got their fringes. Now we're finna show you what that is next. Go ahead.
64?
Yep.
All right.
Where we at?
Deuteronomy
28:64. Go ahead.
28 and 64?
Yeah, 28:64.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 64.
Bring it out.
And the Most High shall scatter thee among all people.
So the Most High God shall scatter us among all people on the four corners of the earth. You're going to see us. We were scattered. When we left Africa on slave ships, we didn't just come here. We went to South America. We went to China. We went to the four corners. Keep going.
From the one end of the earth, even unto the other.
So we scattered abroad everywhere. Keep going.
And there shalt serve other gods.
And there what?
And thou shalt serve other gods.
And thou shalt serve other gods.
Which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. And among these
Stop. He said, and there our fathers shall serve other gods, wood and stone. Now what is wood and stone? Your Christian cross, that's wood, and the stone is the cobblestone in Islam. So the Most High God knew that when we came over here, we was going to be Christians and Muslims for the majority. And most of us are what? Christians and Muslims over here. Christianity.
Muslim is not in the Bible, right?
No, it's not in the Bible. But they plagiarized the Bible, right? We the children of Israel, right? They Muslims. We not the same people. We don't worship the same God. But if you go into their Quran, if you go to 2nd Surah, chapter 1, verse 122, it says, O ye children of Israel. Now, why would it be mentioned in the children of Israel in the Quran? Because even they know the truth. It said, O ye children of Israel, remember my favor which I have bestowed upon you, that I have preferred you over the worlds, right? Preferred the children of Israel over the world. Now I'm going to get you where they plagiarized out the Bible. You know what I want? Bring it out. I ain't got to tell him. I got a young man in training right here. He already know where I want to go. Bring it out.
Plagiarize.
Deuteronomy 76.
76?
Yep, Deuteronomy 76.
7.
7 and 6.
7.
7 and 6.
Bring it up.
Deuteronomy 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Most High thy God.
The Most High God said, for thou, remember he's only speaking to the children of Israel, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Thou art a holy people unto the Most High God.
And
keep going.
The Most High thy God have chosen thee to be a special
No, he
people.
chose everybody.
Have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
So God chose us to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. Over here in America, they got you thinking that everybody's equal, but that's not what God said. God said you are above all nations. Now there's responsibilities that come with it. Remember the Bible said too much is given, much more is required, right? Give me Amos 3 and 1. I don't want to give you too much, I'm going to give you a flyer or a pamphlet. Now I want to give you too much, make you overload right now. I'm going to give you this last one.
Amos what?
Amos 3 and verse 1.
Amos 3 and verse 1. Hear this word, which the Most High has spoken against you.
Against you. It says, hear this word that the Most High God has spoken against you.
O children of Israel.
No, everybody.
O children of Israel.
O children of Israel.
Against the whole family, which I have brought up from the land of Egypt,
That's
saying,
right.
You only have I known.
So the Bible says, God telling us, you only have I known. Keep going.
Of all the families of the earth.
Of all the families of the earth. In this Bible, there's 18 nations. So out of all the nations, children of Israel, the only people God's dealing with. Keep going.
Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities.
So he said, therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities. Remember, too much is given, much more is required. He gave us the promises. We got the kingdom. All of that is ours, but that requires something. That requires us to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. Read that last part again. Read, but go ahead.
Hear this word that the Most High hath spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family, which I have brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, You only have I known of all the families of the face of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities.
Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities. For all your sins, I'm going to punish you. Now, I'm going to ask you this. I'm going to get it real simple. Pork. You eat pork?
I ain't gonna lie. I had a pork chop sandwich a few days ago.
A few days ago, Leviticus 11 and 7. Now watch this. Now that's sin, right? I'm gonna give you this. This sin. Read that. See, so you do you
Where
have?
we at now?
We going to what I just said. Leviticus 11 and 7.
11. Okay.
Yeah.
That's 11, and that's 11 and 7.
Yep. Now watch this.
And the swine, though he divideth the hoof, and he be cloven-footed, yet he cheweth not the cud. He is unclean.
So that thing is unclean to you. Keep going.
Of their flesh shall ye not eat.
So the Bible said, of their flesh ye shall not eat. That is a commandment, right? Keep going.
And their carcass shall ye not touch.
And God said the pig is so filthy, he don't even want you to touch it. That's how nasty that thing is, right? So that's us transgressing God's laws. All right, give me 1 John chapter. Give me 1 John chapter 3 verse 4. Give me 1 John 3 and 4.
The book of 1 John chapter 3 and verse 4. Whosoever committeth sin transgresseth also the law. For sin is a transgression of the law.
The Bible says, whoever committed sin. So when you eat that pork, that's transgressing the law, right? Now give me Romans 6:23. We're finna show you. There's consequences to our actions out here. Our people are 14% of the population, but we pack in the hospital. High blood pressure, diabetes, right? All these things because we put things in our body that God told us not to put in our body.
Now they're saying we're 14%.
14,
I heard 12,
See?
I heard 13.
But the point is, we are a low percentage. But why we got the highest rate of high blood pressure, heart disease? Because what he just read, if you transgress the law, he who committed sin transgress the law. Now give me Romans 6:23. We're going to show you what happens when you transgress the law. Go ahead.
Romans 6 and verse 23. For the wages of sin is death.
What?
For the wages of sin is death.
For the wages of sin is death. That's why people die from all these diseases. So we're not just heart disease, what's that?
Immorality.
Sexual immorality, STDs, AIDS is at a high rate in black communities. And we know that the so-called white man is just a freak. So we know they do way more sexual immorality than we do. But guess what? We died at a higher rate because God did not give them the law. Give me Psalms 147. You know what I want. We're going to show you who God gave the laws to. Psalms 147. And what's that, 17, 18, 19? Bring it up.
Psalms 147, verse 19.
Bring it up.
He sheweth his word unto Jacob.
He showed his word to who?
Unto Jacob.
Jacob is these so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, 12 tribes. Go ahead.
His statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
His statutes and his judgment unto Israel, just like we read in Amos chapter 3. He said, only you have I known. I mean, only you who I'm dealing with. These other nations, they can do what they want to do. They can eat all the shrimp, pork, crab, lobster they want. I'm not dealing with them, I'm dealing with you. Keep going.
Verse 20. He hath not dealt so with any nation.
The Most High God ain't never dealt so with no nation. He only dealing with our people. Now give me 1 Corinthians 3:16. Yep, 1 Corinthians 3:16. Moving on, right where we stand on. We're in the same vein right now.
1 Corinthians 3, verse 16. Know ye not that ye are the temple of God?
The Bible says, know ye not that ye are the temple, not no church, not no building. Ye are the temple of the Most High God. Go ahead.
And that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you.
The Most High God's Spirit dwelleth in us. That's why we as a black people, we are a spiritual people. We might not have the Spirit right according to knowledge, but we are a spirit of the most. God dwells in us. Keep going. That's why we're so spiritual. We don't know our God. We don't know our power because that was beaten out of us in slavery. Keep going.
If any man defileth the temple.
Now, if it says, if any man defiles the temple, how can you defile your temple? Smoking, eating things he told you not to eat, shrimp, crab, pork, lobster. Keep going.
Of God, him shall God destroy.
Him shall God destroy. That's why people die in an astronomical rate. Because we're not keeping God's laws. We're filling our temples with all ungodly, filthy things. If you manufacture a car and you say it on the car, on the book in the car, unleaded gas on, and you put diesel fuel in that car, what's gonna happen? It's gonna break down, right? Same thing. God created our vessels, our body. He knows exactly what we should be putting in it. And shrimp, crab, pork, lobster, things that we are not supposed to put in our body. A pig was never meant to be consumed. A pig, every animal in the earth has a job. And the pig was the trash consumer of the earth. It cleans the garbage off the earth. Shrimp, crabs are at the bottom of the ocean. They clean the ocean. They are not to eat.
Did you say the word shrimp?
Shrimp.
And butter people love shrimp.
They love shrimp.
I think shrimp is expensive too.
And why is that? Because it's in the same family as cockroach. Look at the bottom of a shrimp and look at the bottom of a roach. They come from the same family. Crustaceans. And the roach is filthy just like a crab. I mean, just like a crab and the lobster. Go ahead. All the things out in the sea. 11 and 7. I mean 11, 17. Look at past it. Well, I know you probably got to go. We're going to give you one more before you go.
11, 17. Let's talk about birds.
Go to the one that says all the things in water. Nine. 11 and 9.
Leviticus 11 and verse 9. These shall you eat of all that are in the waters.
So he's telling you what to eat that comes out of the waters. Keep going.
Whatsoever have fins and scales in the water, in the seas and in the rivers, them shall ye eat.
Now, does a shrimp have fins and scales? Does a crab have skins and scales? Does catfish?
And look here. You said crabs. Shrimps, crabs, big time. Big time in this case.
Exactly. Now let me ask you this one more.
What's the other one? What's
Catfish. Do catfish have fins and scales?
No.
They got fins, but they don't have scales.
Expensive. All those things is expensive.
They got you paying for your own demise. They got you paying extra for your own demise. But our people don't know. The white man tell them it's good, it's good. Hey, Red Lobster got all you can eat shrimp fats. And they gonna tear it up, kill themselves. You know what I'm saying? Because if you go to the book of, now the reason that it's saying everywhere, because these other nations know exactly who we are. And they know as long as we keep transgressing God's laws, they will stay on top of it. Look in your neighborhood. Look at all these stores up there. Do black people own any of these stores?
In fact, there's not a black person, at least in the city of Tampa, even owns a neighborhood store.
That's right.
Now, there are some people with black skin, a few of them that own stores, but they're not American blacks.
Mm-hmm.
They're not blacks from America.
No, they so-called Africans, right? Hamites.
Well, they're not black.
They're not black.
They're not American.
They're not American blacks. They Hamites. Those are the same people that sold you to the white man. It's in the Bible. They sold you to the Greeks. Because the Africans know that you ain't African. They know that you are the children of Israel. Your homeland is Jerusalem. Thus saith the Bible, Galatians 4:26. Write that down and go home and look at it. Galatians 4:26. The motherland ain't our motherland. The motherland ain't our land. We Israelites. We not Africans. The Africans know exactly who they were selling. If you go to a website called slaveboard.com, Galatians 4:26. Yeah, hit that. Bring it up. Lamentations 2:15. Yeah.
Lamentations 2 and verse 15.
That's right.
All that passed by clapped their hands.
All that passed by clapped their hands. All these other nations that passed by. Remember they said, we shall be a proverb. We shall be an astonishment. They come into our neighborhoods. They look at our women walking around with green, red, purple hair. The men walking around all effeminized with their pants all coming off them and tight. They're astonished. So all that passed by, clap their hands. Keep going.
Mighty. They hiss and they wag their head.
They hiss and they wag their heads. They look at our people like, look at them. Keep going.
At the daughter of Jerusalem.
God chosen people. Keep going.
Saying, is this the city that man called the perfection of beauty?
Is this God's chosen people? Look at them. The women got green, purple, pink hair. The men acting all effeminate like women. They got their pants down, underwear showing. How can they be ambassadors of God?
Most black women. Most black women. I'll say a good 70, maybe even higher than 70%, wear hair that looks like the hair of a white person.
Oh, I got one for that too. Hold on, we finna finish this. Go ahead.
Is this a city that man called the perfection of beauty? The joy of the whole earth. All thine enemies hath opened their mouth against thee.
All the enemies have opened thy mouth against thee. Keep going.
They hiss and they gnash thy teeth. They say, we have swallowed her up.
They did what?
We have swallowed her up.
They swallowed us up. Keep going. Because we assimilated into them. Like you just said, women got straight hair. They have swallowed us up.
Some black women have the fake hair on their hair that's like the hair of the white person.
Exactly.
And their hair be longer than the white person's hair.
Exactly. Keep going. Hold on. It said they have spoken against us. Now I'm gonna hold that. I'm gonna get this precept. Exodus 11:7 says, but against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that you may know how that the Most High God put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel. The Egyptians black, but they're not us. They don't come from the same lineage we come from. Finish that when you were there. And we're gonna get one more.
Certainly, this is the day we look for.
Loud.
We have
that ice cream truck. Video. Yeah, we record. Go ahead.
certainly, this is the day that we look for. We have found it. We have seen it.
Stop. This is the day that they look for. They look for this day. Our people not knowing who the hell they are. Our people not knowing who their God is. Women walk around with damn gray, pink, purple, straight hair. Give me that Proverbs 3:31. Not know this is the day they look for. This is the day they've been praying for. This is why all the agenda that they've been putting forth against our people, black on black crime, splitting us, dividing us, Willie Lynch, so we would hate one another. This is the day that they've been looking for. And we accomplished this for them because we don't love one another. Go ahead, read that.
Proverbs 3 and verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor.
The Most High God said, envy not thy oppressor. Keep going.
And choose none of his ways.
Choose none of his ways. Your hair ain't straight. Your hair naturally nappy and curly just like the Father. If I go in here, I can show you God's hair was nappy. His son's hair was nappy. So why are you choosing to wear your oppressor? because you've been brainwashed and bamboozled to thinking that you ugly and your damn oppressor that's the standard of beauty. When God said that there's no more vile person as Esau. His skin is a curse. His skin is a curse. They can't die in the sun like we is right here. They'll be all burnt up by now. They have no melanin in them. That's a curse. Your skin black is beautiful. Nappy hair is beautiful.
And one thing I want to say before I go on this nigga business.
Okay.
You know, some of the things that I have, like I said, one time I was even, I'm going to leave the people in the 70s alone, but at one time, more than 10 years ago, when it comes to people in the 70s, born in the 70s, 80s, 90s, and the 2000s, but I'm done, pretty much done with the 70s. Now,
okay.
No hope for them. I'm still working with the 80s. Okay. I asked them, have they ever seen...
I'm listening.
I asked them, have they ever seen the movie Django Unchained? I say, okay, now look how many times they use nigga in there. I say, okay, that's a movie, but but that's how blacks was treated way back then. And I say, hey, that's what nigga mean. Have you seen the movie Jackie Robinson? Okay, a true story movie there. They called him nigga a lot of times. That's what nigga mean. Have you seen The Butler? Have you seen 12 Years a Slave? That's what nigga mean. Nigga does not mean homeboy. It don't mean brotherhood. It don't mean love for your brother. What you hear them doing, that's what it means.
We know it means color, but they took it and converted it.
Here's another one. Here's another one now. I want to ask everybody, what's the difference between nigga with an A on the end, ER on the end? What's the difference between the two?
Just spelled different.
I know. They're trying to create a new word, but find another word if you want to be cool. Okay, not something that's been put you down. You know, that was degrading. You know, nigger. Find another word. It's see the A. And see
I hear what you're saying.
And if a person is saying something like that. Are you truly listening? Well, okay, was that an A on the end or was that ER on the end? Are you really listening?
But I'm going to ask you, were you really listening when we just said that you shall be head of all nations? So they're going to call you this. That Bible prophecy. If they're not calling you this, we're not doing something right. All these things have to be fulfilled. When we out here preaching, we preaching repentance, returning back to the Father, and destruction of America. Because this place is going to fall sooner than later. Sooner rather than later. Give me Romans 13:11. Give me Romans 13:11. Yeah. Romans 13:11.
The book of Romans chapter 13 and verse 11. And that, knowing the time, that now it is high, time to awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than we believed.
Keep God on my cycle, and my word divided rightly. Friend is on looking icy, and a fresh pair of Nikes. Give a damn if you like me. You better talk to me nicely. They don't entice me, the spirit ignite me. That's why the flow extra spicy. That's hot like a ghost pepper. Do better if you knew better. Me and Satan got a vendetta. Jacob's son, I'm a trendsetter. I pray to God to prevent errors. I stand the rain like new edition, cause God protect me like umbrellas. I'm ill like salmonella. Kill beats and acapellas. I follow God since a young